Though the Chicago Bears have made plenty of poor choices this year, whether it was hiring Shane Waldron as the offensive coordinator, keeping Nate Davis on the roster, and especially keeping Matt Eberflus after last season, they did get a few things right. And that was taking Caleb Williams at the number 1 overall pick and making Thomas Brown his offensive coordinator. This duo has given the fan base an offense to look forward to week in and week out, and doing it against top defenses and breaking record after record, all good quarterback records, by the way. And I'm here to ease the waters a bit after that Lions loss, because the future is bright for this franchise. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Now, before I get more into today's show, hit that like button if you're happy about Caleb Williams' progression in the NFL so far this year, and comment your A through F grade of Caleb Williams so far this season. And if you haven't already and you're a Bears fan, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date, because also we're giving away a custom Chicago Bears jersey every week for the rest of the year to one lucky subscriber. All you need to do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your A through F grade on Caleb Williams so far this year. Records on records for Caleb Williams. Insanely impressive, because he's not only breaking Chicago Bears franchise records, but also NFL records that are quite impressive with all things that he's dealt with so far this season, especially the first 9 weeks. Let's start off with the latest records that he has broken, shall we? Let's go through it. The Chicago Bears rookie quarterback, first of all, owns the most passes in a row without an interception or turnover as a whole by a rookie, with 214 after the Lions game previously held by Kyler Murray in 2018 with 211. Keep in mind, Williams has gone 6 games now without an interception, let alone a turnover, which is also a Bears rookie franchise record, by the way. And he did it against top 3 defenses with new offensive coordinator and against the NFC North. Just every odd against him, he did it. He also was the first ever number 1 overall pick to win his opening game. And then from a Bears franchise perspective, he has the most passing TDs by a Bears rookie with 14 now, the previous record being 12. Most passing yards in a single season by a Bears rookie quarterback. Previous record was 2,300. He now has over 2,600. Most 300-plus yard passing games by a Chicago Bears rookie quarterback with 3. And most 100-plus passer rating games in a rookie season with 4. The franchise is it just has an unbelievable direction with Caleb Williams, breaking record after record. And this kid is the real deal. And he has especially shown it over the last 3 games, which again came against back-to-back top 12 defenses, 2 of them being top 5 offenses, and losing by a total of only 7 points during that time. He is also the most pressured rookie quarterback in franchise history from a sacks, quarterback pressure, and hits perspective through 12 games, and he's second in NFL history at that point. All odds against him, he's still breaking records, still putting up great numbers, and that's why the future is so bright with Caleb Williams. Let's go into what he's done the last 3 games with Thomas Brown, which is why the Bears have to find a way to keep this guy, whether making him head coach, which probably won't happen considering they didn't fire Flus after the Lions game, but even into next season into consideration. And think about it. He walked into Thomas Brown, I'm talking about, and Caleb Williams, back-to-back NFC North matchups, all guys, all teams that are potentially going to the playoffs. And as a rookie, having all that pressure on him, not only being a rookie, but the NFC North, and this kid ripped it up. Let's go through what he did against the Packers first. As you can see, 23 for 31, a 74.2 completion percentage against a top 15 passing secondary and defense for the Packers. 231 yards, 7.5 yard per play average. No touchdowns at all, but no interceptions. A 95 passer rating and 70 rushing yards for a total of over 300 yards. And that was Thomas Brown's first game as the Chicago Bears offensive coordinator with a rookie quarterback. Tons of pressure on him because he wants to beat Green Bay, and he almost did if it wasn't for a blocked field goal. Let's go to what he did against the Minnesota Vikings, where Caleb Williams led an 11-point comeback with under 4 minutes left and forced overtime, unfortunately losing to the Vikings. But what a matchup it was against the number 4 defense entering this game. Caleb Williams, 32 for 47 with a 68% completion percentage, 340 passing yards, 7.2 yards per play, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions or no turnovers at all, a 103 passer rating and 33 passing yards, totaling for 377 total yards. That was beyond impressive because Thomas Brown came in the clutch play calling, and Caleb Williams, as the player himself, was able to create plays, use his feet, make decisions, get the ball downfield accurately, and go against, again, the number 1 blitz defense and the number 4 ranked power ranked defense entering that game. This kid had every odd against him. People thought he was going to get crushed against the Vikings, and he took it to overtime. And if it wasn't for incompetent play calling on the defense by Matt Eberflus and also one rookie mistake taking a sack, the Bears probably would have won that game against Minnesota. Now let's go into what he did most impressive against the Detroit Lions, almost defeating the number 1 team in the NFC. The Lions on a 10-game winning streak now. Caleb Williams was 20 for 39, but want to call out that he was 15 for 24 in the second half for the Bears. He totaled 256 passing yards, 6.6 yards per play, 3 passing touchdowns against the Lions. First quarterback since week 2, Baker Mayfield, to throw more than 2 touchdowns against this Lions defense. 0 interceptions. Again, a 97.8 passer rating, the second highest against the Lions this year, and 39 rushing yards, totaling for 294 yards of offense. I mean, during this stretch, guys, keep in mind, 978 total yards of offense, 827 being passing, 151 being rushing, a 64.5 completion percentage, 5 passing touchdowns, 0 turnovers, and a 98.6 passer rating. This kid is doing everything he can to win in this game. Thomas Brown is doing everything he can to help the kid out, and he's going to be great, and Matt Eberflus failed him. And no offense, but Ryan Poles failed him too, not giving him a better offensive line, even though the offensive line has been playing better, all things considered, how bad it was at the beginning of the season. I keep telling myself that the Bears are going to address the trenches for Caleb Williams. They're going to keep this team together and hopefully keep Thomas Brown with him. You have to, because the progression has been unreal, and he needs to keep this up. Now, before I get a little bit more into Caleb Williams on today's show, I have a Black Friday deal for you guys, and that's with our partners, Cornbread, which offers the first USDA organic hemp gummy in the U.S. USDA certified organic, made flour only, third-party lab tested, true seed to sale tracking, vegan, dairy-free, and gluten-free, and USA made. No artificial flavors or preservatives. Cornbread CBD gummies are non-psychoactive, making them safe and effective for daily use. And they're offering 30% off and free shipping on your first order. 100% legal, must be 21 or older. Go to the link in the description now and use code JAYCHI Bears for 30% off and free shipping today. Now let's go through what Caleb Williams is on pace for right now. With Shane Waldron and Thomas Brown's averages combined, so his overall season through 12 games, he is on pace for 3,700 passing yards, 20 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 173 first downs, and 86.1 passer rating, and 563 rushing yards, along with 33 rushing first downs. That would be the 3rd best season in Bears franchise history by a quarterback, and he is a rookie with the worst offensive line we have in franchise history at the moment, and also 2 different play callers. But if he sticks on pace for the rest of the season, just with what Thomas Brown has done and what he'll do as 8 games as the offensive coordinator for the rookie quarterback, he'll finish with 3,900 yards, and that's just on pace. He could break 4,000. 22 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a 92.3 passer rating, 192 passing first downs, 559 rushing yards, and 36 rushing first downs. Are you not entertained? Would you not be grateful for that? This kid is doing everything possible, and he was the absolute right choice for this job. And even with those stats, I don't think he'll win Rookie of the Year because Bo Nix is doing so well. But if he would have had Thomas Brown all year, Caleb Williams, hands down, is Rookie of the Year. But he could still do it. I mean, win some ball games, put up some stats. Honestly, don't win ball games. Get us a better pick at this point because we're not making the playoffs at this point, unfortunately. We'll finish 9-8 at best. But man, what a time it is to be a Bears fan, knowing we have the franchise quarterback of the future. Caleb Williams is the real deal, is not a bust, and I cannot stand anyone that thinks he is. But thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams, not a bust, by the way. Please like this video if you haven't already. If you're enjoying Caleb Williams' progression, comment your A through F grade on Caleb Williams so far this season, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's hit 21,000. But with that, thank you, as always, for doing this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.